Welcome back to The Vine. You know, some Arkansans may still want to clock in to work after they turn 65 years old. So today, Trey Gist from Gist Financial Services shares some valuable information when it comes to deciding between Medicare or your employer plan. This is helpful information. You know, there are a lot of people that they get bored retiring, you know, so they want to stay working. And you have all the great information. So should people choose Medicare or their employer plan?
Well, the main thing, Adam, is everybody's situation is completely different.
Right.
When you're dealing with an employer plan, whether or not to maintain that or go to the retail market with the Medicare plan is based on who you're seeing as providers, what you're taking for medications, and what services that you're actually looking for. Deductibles come into play as well big time because a lot of your group plans now have higher cost deductibles on the front end of these plans. So when you go to the Medicare world, a lot of that can be a little bit less expensive on somebody.
Right. So what are these key factors? You know, when you're looking at the breakdown between Medicare versus your employer plan, what should we be looking for?
The primary thing I'm looking at for anybody is cost.
Okay.
Cost, number one. Cost absolutely is, I mean, my favorite number is zero. When you're dealing with a group plan, you're probably having a biweekly deduction out of your paycheck. You may have a spouse that's also on plan as well, and these can drive up costs. So deductibles, co-insurance, co-payments, mainly prescriptions.
Yeah.
You know, all this stuff adds up. And with today, every penny counts. And so we try to make sure that people have that covered.
So once we turn 65 and we decide to stick with our employer plan, should we still go ahead and register for Medicare?
Most people have already paid into Medicare, at least for Part A with your taxes. So yes, it's automatically going to come into effect when they turn 65.
Okay.
It'll be their choice at that point in time whether or not they would like to be able to keep their group plan or go on the retail market by picking up Medicare Part B.
Can't do both though, right?
No, you cannot do both.
Okay.
For example, this can be I had a client one time who was going to have a procedure done, and they elected to postpone that procedure because of the cost. At their group plan, it would have been over $4,000, but they waited till they got to Medicare, and it cost them less than $350.
Wow. So understanding that is so important. And this can be confusing.
Very confusing, very overwhelming.
And this is what you all help with all day, every day.
This is what we do every day. We help people navigate this.
So when someone's over 65, they retire, are they able to switch over to Medicare plan during the year? Or do they have to wait for open enrollment?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You can switch over whenever
because yes, as soon as the standard enrollment periods do not apply, because when that person's coverage changes from work, then therefore they are able to, the next day, there's no gap in coverage.
Okay. Trey, I know I'm asking a lot of questions, but this is so important to our viewers.
Sure.
So can someone, can you still assist someone with Medicare plan section if they are employed?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. In fact, you know, sometimes it's encouraged because that, you know, passes the buck on to Medicare, not the group plan.
Yeah. So maybe somebody's taking a break right now at home. Maybe they're at work and they're 65 and they want to learn more about this. How can we get started?
Call us at the office at 501-476-7169 or visit our website and the contact us form and fill out the information and we'll get somebody in touch with you.
Is it expensive to start with this process?
Absolutely not. Costs absolutely nothing. The only thing that you need to pay me is your attention.
Okay. All right. So, Trey Gist with Gist Financial Services, thank you so much for coming in and helping our viewers out.
Thank you so much for having me.